Okay, today we are going to start with Word. So last week we finished our class. We finished our PowerPoint, and this week we are going to do our Word. And the first lesson in Word is very easy, very short, and so the class participation will definitely not take you very long. Now, just a reminder that, let me just go back here. So just a reminder that the PowerPoint homework, which is assessment 1, is due this Friday. So kindly make sure that you send it to me before 5 o'clock, please. Okay, so we are now going to continue with our Word class participation. Let's open here. Okay.
Your baby is crying.
Ooh, something, the kids are making a noise. Okay, let's quickly see. So our instructions start over here. To complete this assignment, you will be required to use the data files. You don't need the data files because I already gave you this picture, and this picture is the one that you will need. Okay, and then we are going to start and we are going to create this from scratch. So it's a very short exercise, but when we are done, it should look like this. Now the instructions are very specific, like it usually is. And some of you may recognize this. I sometimes throw this exercise in the first year exam. So you guys will maybe you will recognize this one somewhere. Okay, so we have to type this in a blank document, but before we start, I would like to just open a blank document. I've printed this out for myself already, so I don't have to look on these instructions the whole time. So I'm going to stop sharing over here. Just quickly going to create a new Word document, and then I'm going to share my document with you. Share. Okay. I'm looking to. It doesn't allow me to share. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to share. Oh, here we go. No, this is not the one I want to share. Stop sharing this. Sorry, guys. It doesn't give me the option to share my window. So let me just open my window and see if it doesn't allow me to go and share a window. Oh, it doesn't allow me to share a window. This is not going to be good. Share. Ugh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is a blank document, and you usually don't change anything on this document unless it is instructed. So you will see I open this document, you will see my font is the default font size is default font size, margins are default. So everything you will see here is actually default. Okay, so we are going to start our instructions, and from number 1. Always make sure that you start at number 1. All right. Run Word and display the formatting marks on the screen. Okay, some students didn't know this, but when you click on Show Hide, this allows you to see all the formatting. For example, this means a new paragraph. It looks like a kind of pillar. Every time I press a space, it makes a dot like this. And if I press Enter, it makes an arrow. So these are the formatting marks. I must admit, I do not like seeing those on my screen because often it just looks very cluttered and very disorganized. So I often turn it off, but let's turn it on for a little while just so that you can see how it works. Okay. Step 2, type the flyer text unformatted. So when it says unformatted, we are just going to type it the way it gives it to us. So we are going to just type it quickly. Puppy for sale. And you will see there's a blank line, so that indicates 1 entered. Now a blank line you can see here is where you will see new paragraph sign, but there is nothing. So I will start here in the next one. Okay, own this 6 month. Okay, there's a dash. Old male potty trained, there's a lot of dashes in this thing. Trained, purebred, American, Cocker Spaniel, puppy. Oh, that was a spelling mistake. Okay. Then I just press enter once. It doesn't say blank line. Okay, so I'm not leaving a blank line. Smart, cuddly, and playful. There's no full stop. Needs a loving home. Enter. No, no. Let me just see if someone needs to be let in. Oh, hi, Andisa. Okay, it's good to see you. I just wanted to see if you need to be let in. um, okay, cool. So I am back in Word. There we go. Okay, knows these commands. Okay. Okay, sit, comma, down, comma, stay, comma, heel, comma, and leave it. If interested, call Vivian at, okay, and you will see there's a space 555-7733, and then there is a full stop. Okay, so the instruction in the second instruction says that we should type it unformatted as shown, inserting a blank line between the headline and the body. Of course, the first line will be the headline and the rest of it will be the body. And this is the last one is usually the signature line or the last line. Okay. Then if Word flags any misspelled words as you type, check their spelling. I did not see any words change to red. So I guess we are okay. Is there someone else who just needs to be admit? There we go. Okay, so we have done instruction number 2 as well. Okay, they say save the document using the file name puppy for sale flyer. Okay, you can do that when you save. And then instruction number 4 says center the headline and the signature line. Okay, so often it doesn't make sense that this is called the signature line simply because there are no signatures here, but the last line is always the signature line. So when we select two things at the same time, you select the first line, hold in control, and select the last line. If you do this, you can save yourself a lot of time because it just helps you to not forget anything else. So otherwise you would have gone and selected this one and said center, and you would have selected this one and you would have said center. Whereas now you could select that one, hold in control. Oh, I didn't hold in control. Select this one, hold in control, and then select center, and it will center both. So that is what you can do. Of course, it's your own choice if you want to save a little bit of time. Change the theme colors to aspect. Okay, so this is once again where we are going to choose a couple of colors and things like that. And of course, just want to quickly get to design and get to themes. And the aspect theme should be on most of our computers. It hopefully. So let's just look for aspect. Okay, it does not look like it's one of the ones we have here. So it says, usually they say a similar one. Okay, so if we don't have aspect, then we will have to choose something else. But let's just see if there's not a theme called aspect. A color, I mean. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we didn't find a theme aspect, but then again, they did say colors to aspect. And this is the color one. So very last, you will see aspect. Okay. Change the font size of the headline to 72. Okay, now I'm just changing the headline. So I'm selecting my headline and I'm going to home and I'm saying 72 and enter. I'm just going to remove show an eye. Okay, I showed you how to insert it for those of you who joined late. It's just this button that looks like a pillar. Okay, if you say show and hide, it shows you spaces with dots. It shows you new paragraphs with this, and most other things are going on your page. If you had page breaks, if you had columns or things like that, it will also show you that. It does not print, it doesn't show when it prints. Okay, so it's just for yourself. So I'm just taking it out to make things look a little bit better for myself. So I'm changing the font to 72 and the font to Gill Sun. So okay, whenever you change a font, you can just start typing the name of the font. You don't have to type the whole thing. So we are going to Gill Sun's Ultra Bold Condensed. There we go. So just remember, start typing in this box over here. Okay, and then you just select the one you want. Now where it says a similar font, I always find that a little bit problematic because if you don't have the font, how will you know how it looks? So if it says similar font, I don't know what to say because usually you should have this. It's probably a system font, but if you don't even see this font, how will you know how it looks and how will you know how to choose a similar font? So hopefully you guys will have this font. If you're using another kind of software program, not Windows, maybe you're using a MacBook or something like that, I'm not sure if you will find it. Maybe you can let me know. Um, we are using Windows, but maybe some of you are lucky enough to own an Apple computer. Apply the text effect called fill. Okay, so we are going to now apply some text effects, and you will see all these things over here is some fill effects. So we are looking for full dark purple. Is it this one? Full dark purple, accent 1, outline, background, hard shadow, accent 1. Yo, now you know when I type exams and instructions, I have to type that whole line. So yeah, that's the one. Always make sure that you choose the right one. So we are selecting that one. Instruction number 7 says, change the font size of the body between the headline and the signature line. So of course the body is this part over here, and it says specifically between the headline and the signature line to 22 points. So you don't have to scroll down to 22, you can just enter 22 and you can press enter. And they want us to change the signature line to just 20 points. So we are selecting the signature line and we're changing that one to 20 points. Change the font of the body and the signature line to Comic Sans. Okay, so they want us to change the body and the signature line to a different font. So once again, you will just click in this font box and start typing comic. There you go. Press enter once you have it and it will change everything. Always remember to select first. If you don't select first, nothing is going to happen. Bullet the 3 lines. Okay, so now we have 3 lines starting from above the signature line. So it means it's this one, and this one. Fun, smart, cuddly, needs a loving home, up to here. It's just a line that goes over to the next line, but it's still the last 3 sentences. So they want us to bullet it. And what you do is you will just select it and you will go to bullets. What kind of bullets did they use? Just a regular circle one. So I'm just clicking on that. Let me show you a quick trick. Now you will see the bullets are here. Now often you may be asked to move bullets to be in line with other text. In this case it actually doesn't, but let me show you how easy it is. You can move bullets by just moving your indent over here, this little tab marker. Of course you can also move the text next to it by clicking on the one next to it. So always remember the first one goes with the bullets and the second one, the little triangle, not the block, goes with the text. Just need to get it to where it was. Oh, undo, redo. There we go. Okay, so but always remember to just select all of it first if you need to move bullets. Otherwise, you're going to move one by one. And that may take very long. Okay, let's look at step 11. Change the color of the words purebred. Okay, so first of all, we're looking for a specific word. And it looks like this one. Purebred American Cocker Spaniel. So it is purebred American Cocker Spaniel. 4 words. To dark green. Okay. Now, when you change a color, You must always remember that the colors work with the themes. So if you don't see your theme, or if you don't see the specific color, it's because of the theme. So they want us to choose dark green accent 4, darker 50%. So it might be this one. So always make sure that you choose the exact right one. So this one is dark green accent 4, darker 50%. Okay. Italicize the word and. Okay. So we're looking for and in the third bulleted paragraph. So this is the third bulleted paragraph. And then you will see the word and over here. And they just want us to make that italics. Cool. Then we're looking at step 13. Bold the text in the signature line. Okay, this is the signature line, the very last one, and we're just clicking on bold. Shade this paragraph. Oh, shade. So many students confuse shade with many other things. Shade is basically background color. So we are going to use this color here, which is the paint bucket. When you put your mouse on it, it even says shading. So it's never the text, it's always the background when it says shading. And we're looking for purple. Right, these colors are purple, but we're looking for purple accent 5, lighter 80. So it is just very light purple. Dark purple accent 5, lighter 80%. So when you click out of it, you will see, you can hardly see it. It's a very, very light purple. So shading is always the background color. Keep that in mind. Underline the phone number. Okay, underline the phone number. Okay, just wanting to show you that you should not underline the point or the full stop. Okay, never underline a full stop unless it goes over to the next sentence, and you have to underline the next sentence as well. Change the zoom so that the entire page is visible. Okay, zoom is over here, but zoom is also over here. If you view, you can see the whole page when you click one page. Okay, but you can also change zoom by going and clicking on this, dragging this button up and down. Let me just go back to 100% and show you. Okay, going up, going down. So if you have a lot of patience, you can use the little bar here at the bottom. Otherwise, you can just click on one page and it will show you the whole page at once. Insert the picture. So you can use this document, by the way. Hey? You don't have to specifically view in normal view to insert pictures. But we are now going to insert the picture on the blank line. Now you know that we inserted a blank line between Puppy for Sale and the rest of this document when we typed it out. So we are now going to insert a picture over here. So I click here because this is now where my cursor is. Going to insert pictures and just quickly going to the file with all the pictures. Word chapter 1, and we are looking for this dog. Insert. Okay. So we are inserting the image where it's supposed to be, but obviously this is going to be changed a little bit. I'm just going to view it in 100% again so that you can see it better on your side. But we are going to change the way this picture looks now. We are going to apply the rotated white picture style. So we'll click on Format. If you see white, you're probably looking for a white frame like this. Let's see the... Yep. Always wait for the screen tip to tell you what you're looking for. So that is the style we are looking for. And we are going to apply a picture effect, which is going to be a soft glow. So you will go to glow and you're going to insert dark purple. Dark purple, what are we looking for? 5-point glow. 11, 8, 5-point glow. Okay, it's hardly visible, but there it is. Okay, cool. All right, so we've done all of this on this page. So let's continue. Okay, now this next part is something that a lot of students struggle with, and it's not supposed to be difficult, but you just need to know where to click. Okay, so the instruction 18 says, change the spacing after the paragraph containing the headline to 0. Okay, this is the paragraph containing the headline. Okay, so spacing, I do actually check it when I mark your stuff. I don't just look and say, oh, it looks okay, because it's often very subtle. So we are changing the spacing after. So if it is after, your cursor should be after the paragraph, which is over there. Okay, where do we go for spacing? We go here to line and paragraph spacing, and they are saying we should change it to 0. So obviously we need to go to line spacing options, and we're looking for after. You will see here you get a before spacing and you get an after spacing. Currently it is at 1.08, but they want us to change it to 0. So you're going to go to the spacing after. You're going to click twice until it is 0, and then you will say OK. You will see that this picture moved up just a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to change more spacing. Change the spacing above the signature line. Okay. So now we're going above the signature line. So we are doing the before spacing. So if this is where the signature line is, if I were to say after, I would have clicked behind it. But now I'm clicking before it because it's saying before the signature line. So this I'm changing to 18. So once again, I'm clicking on line spacing, and I'm going to line spacing options, and here I'm now looking to change the before spacing. You leave the after one just like it is. It did not say anything about changing it. So now I'm just changing this one to 18. Right. So you will just click the up arrow until you get to 18, or you will type 18. Once again, you look at spacing either before or after, and that is the one you change. Okay. When you click enter, you see it would move down a little. So the spacing before the signature paragraph is now 18 points. Now it says the entire flyer should fit on a single page. If it flows to 2 pages, resize the picture or decrease the spacing before and after paragraphs. Oh, sorry. My kids gave me a cold. Okay, so first thing they said, the first thing we can do is we can resize the picture. So I'm going to view one page, and I'm just going to resize it enough until everything fits. Okay, can you see I'm pulling it, pulling it, pulling it until if interested appears on my page. There we go. So they gave you permission to do that. They said if it flows over 2 pages, resize the picture or decrease spacing before and after paragraphs. I wouldn't do spacing because you were specifically instructed to do this specific spacing and this one. So if you do any other spacing, it should be something here. Because if you now change the after spacing here and the before spacing here, I'm going to mark you down because obviously you're not following those instructions. So start by resizing your picture. All right. Add a 6-point dark green accent for lighter 60% page border. Now, it always sounds like very, very strange when you read all of these things at once, but it does make sense if you just read it little by little. So we're looking for page borders. Where do you find a page border? You find one here in design, all the way on the side to page border. The one that they have here is dot dash dot dash. Okay, looks like this one, which is dash dot dash dot dash dot. Okay, so if you read your instructions a bit further, it says a 6.1. Okay, so here you will change your points to 6. All right, and it does give you a color, so you're looking for dark green. So here we go, green, dark green accent 4, light 60. Is it not that one maybe? 4 accent 4, lighter 60. Let's just see. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so we can click OK because we've now done it. So it's dash dot dash dot dash dot. Okay. Um, so just remember that you'll go to design and then go to page borders. If requested by your instructor, change the contact name. Blah, no, you don't have to do that. Save the flyer and that is done. So obviously the first part isn't that difficult at all. Okay, I'm just going to change my view back to 100% and let's just talk about it a little bit. On the picture, you will notice that puppy for sale looks like it's on one line, but we followed all the instructions perfectly and it's this way. So don't change it if it's not necessary because it is still fine. It fits on one page and we did follow all the other instructions. All right. Also, it doesn't say it should fit on one line. Let me just see. Um, nope, doesn't say that. It's 72 points and it doesn't say one line. Okay, so obviously I also follow these instructions when I set up the rubric. Okay, so that is it for the first one. So for class participation 1, you must just redo this and send it to me, and then you will get your correction mark for class participation 1. Just quickly stopping this share over here and then heading over back to you. Just hang on. Okay, for some reason it doesn't show me that. Okay, there we go. So let me just quickly go back here to show you share. So this is now class participation 1. I should probably have said due somewhere. I'll think about when it is due because you guys already have homework and that is this homework. So focus on submitting this homework. Some of you already have. Thank you for that. I'm so impressed. By Friday, I would like to have all PowerPoint work in so that I can finish PowerPoint completely. Like 3 class participations, 1, 2, 3, plus this homework assignment. And then we can start work Word without having anything outstanding for PowerPoint. So please focus on this one for Friday. If you still have other class participations, don't worry about them so much, but please make sure to submit this one because this is the one I will give you back your answers and walk through with you afterwards. And that is why I can't do that unless I receive everybody's work. So please make sure that you send that by Friday. Okay. If you need more time, we can even use the Thursday period for this. We'll talk about it tomorrow. The revision homework, or it's not homework, the revision exercise was just something we did together in class on Thursday. You do not have to do this. This is just something extra. So class participation for Word, let me just make it next week Friday so that we can all relax a little bit. The next chapter for Word, let me just get a date here. Next week Friday will be, this Friday is, oh, we're already in August. 4th. Okay, 4 August. No. Next week Friday because I said this Friday was the other one. So next week Friday will be 11 August. Okay. Okay, so the next chapter for Word is the research paper. It is a little bit more complicated than this easy thing. So we are probably going to use a whole week for that, which will start tomorrow. I will record again so that we don't get left behind. It also takes quite a long time to do the exercise, so I will give you plenty of time for that. And then the third one, once again, is a bit easier than the second one. All right, so thank you for coming. Do you have any questions for today? Nope. Okay. Then I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye.